welcome back to another video. I am shattered. Well, I'm not shattered, I just didn't sleep very well last night. It was like an accident with one of the housemates in a car accident. Nothing serious, nothing major, but the car was kind of written off. So Charlie had to go and help. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combine this video with tomorrow's video. That's what I'm gonna do with most kind of multi-day races that I do this year. Make it easier viewing and make it all in one place for you to find it. So I'm not at breakfast yet, but I plan to have it on the road. One of the easiest ways to do that is to make it convenient. Ooh, but first I need to go back and get my food. Ooh, Charlie's overnight oats. They look lovely. No, which one is it? I'm guessing this one's mine. Alright, so save me doing this while I'm driving. This is what I've got for breakfast. It's a travel cup just filled with dry, I'm not going to be able to do this, filled with dry granola. Now I know, like, obviously you're going to say, where's the milk? You can't just eat that dry. Well, I can, and I like it. So that is going to be my breakfast and my pre-race meal. At the end of the So before we get on the motorway and it gets real busy, I just want to point out that I've just guzzled about 500 ml of water. Your body really needs water in the morning, don't deprive it. Hydration is one of those key things. Just drink, man. We're like an hour away from the race. We're stuck in like some little traffic jam on the motorway. I've just passed Sam Lindsay in the car. For those of you that don't know, Sam Lindsay was third in the Welsh Hill Climb Championship. He's actually from New Zealand, I think. Lives in Bristol area. Very good climber. He's probably gonna be like one of my favourites for this hill climb stage 1. Very good on Zwift as well. It's funny how in the race manual, like they said that this course record for this climb has been broken twice last year. One of them was by Ed Laverack, who's racing this race, and I'm like, I'm not in that shape. I'm not in that shape I was in September, October. That's a once in a year thing. What an absolutely beautiful day. 1:47 I think my start time is. It's currently now 9:30, so I'm gonna have some coffee. I'm gonna have some figs, and I'm gonna go for a little ride. So numbers in. That took all of like 6 seconds. I don't think No Pins have built this skin suit for like UK racers, because the numbers from UK cycling clubs are generally like twice the size of that pocket. That is the scar from the crash in Canada. It's like blistered a bit. Yeah. Grim. The wind direction, more importantly, for the climb. So this climb today, I'm not going to tell you too much because I'd rather tell you after the race, because we'll actually have something to physically compare. But this hill climb course, which is well, we can't call it hill climb, we call it an uphill time trial because this is a different event. You have to wear a helmet. Yeah, basically different safety precautions in this event compared to a British hill climb event. So generally your times will be a little bit slower. I do actually think that today you can probably see on here that Haytor Vale is the top of the climb. 454 meters, 473 meters above sea level, and it's like a bang on tailwind pretty much for the whole like 5k or whatever the climb is. It's a big old tailwind. It's actually bigger tailwind than when I broke the course record. So if the course record is going to go again, it'll go today, but it'll go by somebody different. That's me predicting that right now. So if somebody does break the record, you can always point people back to this video because I called it. I'm probably not going to break the record today. I'm being realistic. I'm going to see how the nose is, see how the airways are, just give it my best shot and see what happens. Alright, so this one-piece skin suit I'm wearing was a custom made kit to our perfectly shaped bodies. It's the time warp suit, so no pins make the time warp. It's optimum for like speeds of like 50 to 60k an hour, which I will not be doing today unless there is a race down this mountain. All I'm saying is though, it feels fast, it looks fast, and I love it. And it just makes you feel fast. And sometimes that's all that matters. I do not advise anyone racing or training with a cold or sore throat or cough. I do not advise it. Do not try this at home. Oh my word, the coffee's kicked in. We've got good music on the radio. Not that song, but some before that. Oh, coffee. Dude, I don't know your name, but I love that jersey you're wearing. I love it. Alright, that's the hill climb done. I mean, in terms of doing the hill climb, which is a big aim for me this year, like the National Hill Climb Championship being on this course, which is, you know, kind of like the longest hill climb course they've had in a while. And it really suits me, as most of you will know. I'm really kind of, today was, you know, all about getting more accustomed to the climb again, doing my effort, and just becoming a bit more aware of what it takes to take on this beast. And the new bike as well, specifically like being on the Swift Carbon bike, you know, it was very different to riding the Condor. Kind of a lot more, it's definitely lighter than the Condor, so it's, you know, it's more nimble going up that climb. I've got deep section wheels which I wouldn't ride for the hill climb, but they still felt really good on the climb. And personally, like the gearing I've got, so I've got a very unconventional 5336, a 53 that I purchased myself, just because of, you know, where I live and the races we've got in the UK and climbs that we encounter. Really, the 36 gives me a little bit more leeway. It's not because I'm soft, it's just I'm using my head to like gauge what I need and what's my optimum cadence and stuff like that. So the 36 was perfect on the climb today, and you know, I wasn't really ever kind of right at the top of that cassette. It was like a perfect range, even on the steep section after the cattle grid. It was just perfect. And the flat section, I was in the 53. You can just power it up. Well, I wasn't powering on, just rolling it over, because with the big tailwind we had today, it was easy on that section. The rest of it wasn't easy, obviously. What I want to do, ideally, if I feel okay today, if I feel okay tomorrow, then that's a weekend of racing, and then I can build on that Monday. I can do more Monday, I can do more Tuesday possibly, I can back off Wednesday, I can do a little bit on Thursday. We'll see how it goes. But I just need to get through this weekend. I need to get through this weekend. Quick little journey cross country. This is why I love stage races. So before I go into McDonald's and use up all their Wi-Fi, Charlie made me this lunch. It's not high in protein. In fact, there's like 0 protein in it apart from the meat, but we've got pretty decent size portion of pasta, broccoli, peas, And I'm probably going to get some more protein later from somewhere, because that's something I need to keep in mind today. Thank you, Charlie. This is delicious. By the way, if you're wondering where she is, she's actually racing today herself in Oxford. It's Bucks. It's the British University TT Champs, I think. And she's racing for Cardiff. Quick food stop. Sainsbury's, I'm coming for you. Boy, is it a nice afternoon here down in the English Riviera, as it's affectionately known. I'd love to have some drone footage or some kind of like just beach shots, because I think we're so close to the beach but I have no idea where it is. But anyway, we're down here in Torbay, I'm guessing it's called, since this park is called Torbay Velo Park. By the way, it's no patch on Pembrey Country Park, just saying. The race this afternoon, this evening, is a 1 hour crit plus 5 laps. And but apart from that, I want to talk about something that is burning a hole in my head right now, and it's about freshness. Something that we don't often think about, because we always see in articles and like hear people talk about overtraining and overreaching. Freshness is like the opposite of that. What basically happens when you're super fresh and you try to race is your heart rate and the effort hits this kind of artificial ceiling. Your brain is telling you that, well, this effort actually feels quite easy, it's good, that's the freshness. Like your body doesn't feel fatigued, you're zipping along, zip zip zip, like this feeling. Like when I got on the climb today, after 5-6 minutes of riding kind of at 400 watts or whatever, my lungs, my heart, like my chest was just aching, just burning. And it's the sensation that we often don't get as full-time cyclists, because you ride so much, you're always in this partly half fatigued state, so you never really get to that point. You always have like pain in your legs, but you never really get that kind of burning sensation in your throat, in your airways, in your lungs. I've got a confession to make, really. Well, it's not a confession, but with this like illness and stuff, I've gained like water weight, fat, whatever you want to call it. I'm carrying around like, I just don't feel like a high performance machine. I just feel like I could lose a few kilos, and I've not weighed myself, but I'm guessing I'm like 64 or something. That's not great, if I'm honest. Sorry for having, I'm gonna blur all this actually. But yeah, it's not ideal. But this next week I'm gonna be really doubling down on that and trying to change it. Steve Lampier is leading GC. Those of you that follow my channel will know he also rides for Team Cycling Hub, powered by Wahoo. My record is still safe by like 15 seconds or something. So by the way, I did 14 minutes dead, which was like a minute and a half, minute 40 slower than my PB. That's what 4 or 5 kilos of extra body weight and 10 watts less power does for you. I just finished. That crit was hard. Obviously didn't help that I wasn't near the front for any of it, pretty much. I've raced here before. The nature of the circuit, because it just goes like, it's like a big U shape, a letter U, and there's like 2 corners where you kind of gotta kick out of. Like I think I hit like 1050 watts for like 3 seconds. Pretty decent for me. Like 980 for 5 or something. So it was quite hard sprinting all the time. I know it would have been a lot easier if I was right at the front, but it's one thing saying that, and it's another thing like having the energy system to be there. And I finished without losing any time, so at least if I show up tomorrow, which I will show up tomorrow obviously, it's going to be game on, as they say. So I'm going to drive back and I'll show you what I have for food tonight, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, just got back to Charlie's and I've got everything ready for tomorrow. It's gonna be, well, it's 8:10 now, and I've got to leave Cardiff at 6 AM. So it's gonna be a very early start tomorrow, but I've got everything ready. As you can see, my bike, my stuff, and my rucksack. So we're good to go. Food, everything packed. There's Charlie's time trial bike that she rode today. She did a very, very good time actually. Well, very good time for considering she doesn't like time trialing. I think that's fair to say. She much prefers cyclocross. But that's like a bog standard Dolan that we bought, like really cheap, second hand. We just like put training wheels on it. A lot of tweaking to be done, like the position and stuff, because she's not comfortable on it. But a 28.5 minute 10. So not bad considering she's not done much. I think it's brown rice with chicken, sun-dried tomatoes. See some bizarre things on a Saturday morning at 5:45. There's people sat on their doorstep, people walking with rucksacks. Where are they going? Well, there's going to be a lot of sitting around to be done now. I've got here really early. I left Cardiff at stupid o'clock. Sound a little bit better. I don't know if you could. I've actually got the mic on as well, so probably the sound quality is a little bit better as well. I sound a little bit better. I'm not quite as, but I've got like a, if I cough, I've got like pursuiter's cough, we call it, where like you, like yeah, after yesterday's crit, which by the way my teammate won, and I didn't even know he'd won, because it was obviously a big bunch kick, and you know I wasn't at the front doing any lead-out and that. Steve Bradbury, who's been spending most of the winter doing 6-day riding on the track, he actually broke away during the race as well, so he's obviously got some power on him. But that's the first time I met him. We said hello in the bunch for like 5 minutes, and then he did his thing. I was just getting around that crit, literally just getting around it. The pace was quite fast, like 45k an hour average. Big sprint. Fun fact, again, I was doing like I was doing basically a 1,000 watt sprint every minute, but the 1,000 watts was only like for 3 or 4 seconds, but literally sprinting every minute for the best part of like 65 minutes. So that was so alien to me. But today's race is, I think, around 120k road race. I've raced around here before, a long time ago. I can't really remember it properly, but I think I remember it being a very good circuit. I really enjoyed it. It's a little bit up and down. There's lots of things going on, there's lots of turns and stuff, so it's not like one of those courses where you're boring and you just want it to end. They're the heroes that keep us safe on the roads. They don't get the respect they deserve, the NEG marshals. Just come for a little walk for the start, just to stretch like my hip flexors and just like long strides, just sitting in that car for long periods of time. Not good for the human body. 1 hour to go. You can't see it, but some figs, real nice. I didn't actually intend to cough there when I came on camera. I've had better days, but hopefully after this weekend's like blowout, I can do a good conditioning ride tomorrow to back it up, and then hopefully I'll be well on my way to getting back to full form. The race itself though, it was very controlled. I'm not saying this because I'm Welsh, but the Welsh team are very, very good. They're going to be very, very good bike riders. Controlling the race, St. Piran again controlling the race for Lampre. They're all like, you know, such strong teams really. It was just me and Bradders, and Bradders was in a break again. Such a strong guy on the flat, fair play to him. And it was like 2 climbs on the course which I could actually do something on, but then the last of the climb I didn't have anything. I was right at the front. I was like alongside Steve in yellow, and I was like, right, now's the time to like hold on. And like, I was good, and then they kicked, and I was like, oh, I've got nothing. So at least I put myself in the position, and the legs just weren't there. So I can't complain. If I hadn't put myself in the position, you know, I was just cruising at the back and not tried, then I would have gone home not knowing. But at least I know now. Epic drive now. A 2.5 hour drive back, and then this is exactly what you don't really want to do after a bike race. This is when your hip flexors seize up and you really know about it the next day. As always guys, I really appreciate your support. It gets me through a lot of the tough times, that's for sure, when you leave comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this mega vlog, an extended edition. Let me know, and I will see you in the next one.